If your blood sugar is running high, the absolute worst thing you can do right now is scroll away. High blood sugar is not just about numbers on a lab test. It's about how your body feels every single day, your energy, your cravings, your focus, even your long-term health. When blood sugar stays too high for too long, it silently damages the body and raises the risk of serious problems like heart disease, nerve damage, and weight gain that just won't budge no matter what you try. But here's the good news. The foods you choose every day can make a huge difference. You don't need fad diets, complicated rules, or miracle pills. Nature has already given us powerful foods that help keep blood sugar steady, lower inflammation, and give you lasting energy without the crash. In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 foods that can naturally lower blood sugar. These are not bland or boring health foods you'll dread eating. In fact, they're surprisingly tasty, satisfying, and easy to find at any grocery store. And by the end of this list, you'll see how small daily choices, like what you sprinkle on your oatmeal, what you add to your salad, or even what kind of snack you reach for, can add up to life-changing improvements. So stay with me until number 1, because that last food might surprise you the most. At number 10, we have lean beef, and this one often surprises people. For a long time, red meat has carried a negative reputation, but when you choose lean cuts, and especially grass-fed beef, it can actually support healthy blood sugar control. The main reason is protein. Unlike carbohydrates, which quickly turn into glucose and raise blood sugar, protein digests more slowly and creates only a minimal effect on glucose levels. This means that swapping out a plate of white rice or pasta for a modest portion of lean beef is far less likely to cause a spike. Protein also helps you feel satisfied for hours, which reduces the urge to reach for sugary snacks later in the day. Another benefit is something called the thermic effect of food. In simple terms, your body uses more energy to digest protein than it does for carbs or fat, and that extra effort helps keep your metabolism active even after you finish eating. Studies have shown that meals higher in protein can nearly double the calories your body burns just through digestion compared to high-carb meals. Of course, not all beef is the same. Grass-fed beef provides more omega-3 fats and antioxidants than grain-fed, making it the better choice whenever you can find it. Go for lean cuts like sirloin, top round, or eye of round, and keep your serving to about 3 to 4 ounces, which is roughly the size of your palm. Grill, roast, or slow cook it, and always pair it with plenty of non-starchy vegetables. The key is balance. Lean beef can be part of a smart blood sugar-friendly meal as long as it isn't loaded down with fries or bread on the side. At number 9, we have lentils, a simple food that has been part of traditional diets for thousands of years, but is only now being recognized as a powerful tool for blood sugar control. Lentils are rich in both protein and fiber, and that combination makes them very different from high-carb foods like white rice or bread. When you eat lentils, the fiber slows down how fast carbohydrates are broken down and absorbed, which means glucose enters the bloodstream more gradually instead of all at once. The protein in lentils adds another layer of stability by helping you feel full longer and by keeping your blood sugar from rising too quickly after meals. Several studies have shown that replacing a serving of rice with lentils can significantly lower the blood sugar response, and people with type 2 diabetes who regularly eat legumes, including lentils, often see improvements in long-term blood sugar markers like hemoglobin A1C. Beyond blood sugar, lentils also support heart health by helping lower cholesterol and blood pressure, making them a great 2-in-1 food for metabolic wellness. The best part is how versatile and affordable they are. You can add lentils to soups and stews, toss them into salads for extra protein, or cook them into a warm curry dish. A typical serving is about half a cup of cooked lentils, which gives you plenty of fiber and protein without too many calories. Just keep in mind that canned lentils are convenient, but should be rinsed under water to remove extra salt. Simple swaps like choosing lentils in place of refined grains can go a long way in improving your daily blood sugar balance. At number 8, we have cinnamon. Most people think of it as just a spice for toast or desserts, but it actually has powerful effects on blood sugar. Cinnamon improves how cells respond to insulin, which helps glucose move into the body's cells instead of staying in the bloodstream. It also slows the emptying of the stomach, so sugar enters more gradually, reducing sharp spikes after meals and keeping energy more stable. Research supports these benefits. One study in the journal Diabetes Care tested 1, 3, and 6 grams of cinnamon daily for 40 days. All groups saw improvements in fasting blood sugar along with cholesterol and triglycerides. This shows cinnamon may support both blood sugar control and heart health at the same time. The amount needed is small. About half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon a day is enough. You can add it to oatmeal, yogurt, coffee, or tea, and it blends easily with both sweet and savory foods. Supplements are available too, but it's always best to check with a healthcare provider if you take medication. There are two main types of cinnamon. Cassia is the most common and less expensive, but it contains higher levels of coumarin, which can be harmful in large amounts. Ceylon, known as true cinnamon, has much less coumarin and is considered safer for regular use. If you can find it, Ceylon is the better choice, though both kinds can be helpful in moderation. At number 7, we have chia seeds, a tiny superfood with a big impact on blood sugar. Chia seeds have been used for centuries, and today science confirms what ancient cultures already knew. They help provide lasting energy and steady health benefits. One of the main reasons chia seeds are so powerful is their fiber content. Just 2 tablespoons deliver about 10 grams of fiber, which is more than a third of what most adults need in a day. When this fiber mixes with liquid, it forms a gel-like texture in the stomach. That slows down digestion, which means the sugar from your food enters the bloodstream more slowly. As a result, you avoid the sharp spikes and crashes that come from eating refined carbs. Chia seeds also contain plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and improve overall metabolic health. Studies have shown that adding chia seeds to the diet can improve blood sugar control, lower blood pressure, and even reduce markers of inflammation. These results are especially encouraging because you don't need to make major changes to your meals. Just a small addition of chia seeds can make a real difference. The best part is how easy they are to use. A typical serving is 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal or yogurt, stir them into smoothies, or soak them in water or milk to create a simple chia pudding. Just remember to drink enough water because fiber works best when it has plenty of fluid to move through the digestive system. Chia seeds are proof that sometimes the smallest foods can deliver the biggest benefits for your health. At number 6, we have fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These types of fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, a healthy fat that plays a key role in lowering inflammation and improving the way the body handles sugar. When inflammation is high, insulin has a harder time doing its job, which leads to higher blood sugar. Omega-3s help calm that process, making insulin work more efficiently and keeping glucose levels more stable. Fatty fish also provide high-quality protein, which is important for steady energy and appetite control. Unlike carbs that can cause a quick rise and fall in blood sugar, protein takes longer to digest and helps you feel full longer. In addition, fatty fish are packed with important nutrients like vitamin D, vitamin B12, selenium, and iodine. These nutrients support not only blood sugar balance but also heart health, brain function, and overall wellness. Studies show that eating fatty fish just 2 or 3 times per week can improve insulin sensitivity and lower the risk of heart disease. That's especially important because people with high blood sugar often face a higher risk of cardiovascular problems. Choosing whole fish is generally better than relying only on fish oil supplements because whole foods provide a broader range of nutrients. When it comes to preparation, the method matters. The healthiest ways are grilling, baking, steaming, or broiling. Deep frying destroys much of the benefit and adds unhealthy fats. And if you're concerned about mercury, focus on smaller fish like sardines and anchovies, which are very low in mercury and safe to eat often. Fatty fish are proof that sometimes the best medicine comes in the form of a delicious meal. At number 5, we have berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and others in this colorful family. Unlike many fruits that are higher in sugar, berries are naturally low on the glycemic index, which means they have a smaller effect on blood sugar. They also contain plenty of fiber, which slows digestion and helps glucose enter the bloodstream more gradually. That combination makes berries one of the safest sweet options for people looking to manage their blood sugar. What makes berries especially powerful is their high level of antioxidants, particularly a group called anthocyanins. These compounds give berries their bright colors, but more importantly, they help improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. Better insulin sensitivity means the body can use glucose more effectively, keeping blood sugar from climbing too high. Research has shown that people who eat berries regularly tend to have lower fasting glucose levels and a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Berries are also good for the heart, which matters because blood sugar problems and heart disease often go hand in hand. The antioxidants in berries help protect blood vessels, reduce oxidative stress, and improve cholesterol levels. So while you enjoy their sweet taste, you're also supporting long-term health in more ways than one. Adding berries to your meals is simple and delicious. You can eat them fresh as a snack, mix them into yogurt or oatmeal, toss them into a smoothie, or even use them to top a salad for a burst of flavor. A handful a day is enough to gain benefits without adding too much sugar. Berries prove that eating for blood sugar control doesn't have to mean giving up sweetness. It just means choosing the right kind. At number 4, we have nuts. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, pecans, and macadamias. For years, people avoided nuts because they are high in calories and fat. But today we know that the right kinds of fats are essential for good health. Nuts are naturally low in carbohydrates and high in fiber and healthy fats, which means they have a very low glycemic index. Instead of raising blood sugar quickly, they help keep levels steady and provide long-lasting energy. Nuts are also packed with important nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants. Magnesium is especially important because it helps insulin work properly, and low magnesium levels are linked to a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Several studies have found that people with diabetes who ate about 2 ounces of mixed nuts every day for a few months had lower blood sugar compared to those who ate higher carb foods instead. That's a simple change with real benefits. Another reason nuts are helpful is satiety. Even though they are calorie-dense, they keep you feeling full and satisfied, which reduces cravings for sweets or processed snacks later in the day. In fact, research shows that people who eat nuts regularly don't usually gain weight, and in some cases may even lose weight because they eat less junk food overall. The best way to add nuts to your diet is in small portions. A small handful is enough. Sprinkle chopped nuts on top of salads, oatmeal, or yogurt, or enjoy them as a quick snack. Just be careful with nuts coated in chocolate or sugar, which can cancel out the benefits. Choosing raw or dry roasted nuts without added salt or sugar is the healthiest option. Nuts show that something crunchy and satisfying can also be one of the smartest foods for blood sugar control. At number 3, we have oats, a breakfast favorite that can also be a powerful tool for blood sugar control. Not all oats are the same, though. Steel-cut oats are the best option because they are less processed, have a lower glycemic index, and cause a slower rise in blood sugar compared to instant oats. That difference matters because instant oats often act more like refined carbs, leading to spikes you don't want. What makes oats so effective is a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan forms a gel in the digestive system that slows down how quickly carbohydrates are broken down and absorbed. This leads to more stable blood sugar after meals. Beta-glucan also has the added benefit of lowering LDL cholesterol, which is important since people with blood sugar problems are often at higher risk of heart disease. So with oats, you get a double benefit: better glucose control and better heart health. Research has shown that people who include oats in their diet regularly see improvements in fasting glucose, cholesterol, and even satiety throughout the day. Feeling fuller for longer means less temptation to snack on sugary or processed foods. This makes oats a simple and practical food for everyday use. The easiest way to enjoy oats is at breakfast. Cook up a small bowl of steel-cut oats and top it with healthy choices like cinnamon, berries, or a few nuts. This not only adds flavor, but also creates a balanced meal that keeps blood sugar steady. Just avoid adding sugar or flavored syrups, which take away the very benefits you're aiming for. Oats prove that comfort food can also be smart food when you prepare it the right way. At number 2, we have broccoli sprouts, a food that looks tiny but carries remarkable power for blood sugar control. While most people are familiar with mature broccoli, the young sprouts harvested just a few days after germination contain up to 100 times more of a compound called sulforaphane. That's what makes them special. Sulforaphane works by signaling the liver to produce less glucose. Normally, the liver releases sugar into the bloodstream to keep energy steady, but in people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, the liver often produces far too much. This extra sugar adds to the rise from food and pushes blood glucose higher and higher. By reducing this overproduction, sulforaphane helps keep blood sugar levels more stable, especially between meals and overnight. Clinical studies back this up. In one trial, people with type 2 diabetes who took sulforaphane extract from broccoli sprouts experienced a noticeable drop in fasting blood sugar. In fact, the effect was comparable to what some people see with common diabetes medications, but without the side effects. That's an impressive result from such a simple food. The good news is that adding broccoli sprouts to your meals is easy. Their mild flavor makes them a perfect topping for salads, sandwiches, or scrambled eggs. Just remember to add them after cooking, not during, because heat can destroy much of the sulforaphane. A small handful a few times per week is enough to make a difference. You can even grow them at home with just seeds, a jar, and some water, giving you a fresh and inexpensive supply year-round. Broccoli sprouts prove that sometimes the smallest foods can deliver the biggest results for blood sugar and long-term health. At number 1, we have avocados, a food that has gone from being misunderstood to becoming one of the most celebrated superfoods. For years, people avoided avocados because of their fat content, but today we know that the type of fat they contain is not only safe, it's incredibly beneficial for blood sugar and overall health. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same kind of healthy fat found in olive oil. These fats improve insulin sensitivity, meaning your body needs less insulin to move glucose into cells. Lower insulin levels also mean lower inflammation, which is a major factor in both diabetes and heart disease. Unlike many fruits, avocados are naturally very low in sugar, so they don't cause a quick jump in blood glucose after a meal. Another big benefit of avocados is their fiber content. Just half an avocado provides about 7 grams of fiber, which slows digestion and keeps blood sugar from rising too quickly. The combination of healthy fat and fiber also makes avocados incredibly filling. Many people find that when they add avocado to a meal, they stay satisfied longer and are less likely to snack on unhealthy foods later in the day. Adding avocados to your diet is simple. Slice them onto salads, mash them as a spread, blend them into smoothies, or just enjoy them straight with a spoon. A quarter to half an avocado at a meal is plenty to get the benefits without overdoing calories. Avocados show that eating for blood sugar balance doesn't have to feel restrictive. Sometimes the foods that taste the best are also the ones that help your body the most. So there you have it, 10 delicious and powerful foods that can help lower blood sugar naturally. What's important to remember is that no single food is a magic cure. Real results come from consistency and from building daily habits that work together. Adding these foods to your meals is a simple step, but when combined with regular exercise, good sleep, and stress management, the benefits can be life-changing. The goal isn't just to manage blood sugar today, but to protect your long-term health, reduce the risk of complications, and feel more energetic every single day. The best part is that none of these foods are exotic or hard to find. They're everyday items you can pick up at your local grocery store and enjoy in countless ways. Start small. Maybe sprinkle cinnamon on your breakfast. Swap in lentils for rice, or add a handful of berries to your snack. Over time, these little changes add up to major progress. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and share it with someone who could benefit. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos on how to live healthier from the inside out.